Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Saturday, September 14th, 2019. In both the Lynn Life and the Jamie Body Mind, the authorized souls remain only child souls from the deeper, denser dimensions, and all other souls from all other dimensions, as long as the souls are already participating in the many efforts of the Search for Truth community to complete the many assignments already given to the Search for Truth community by wiser minds above all of us. We also request that the visiting souls all live by the Search for Truth rules, and in a recent filming we started going through those Search for Truth rules, and we made it through item 5, but we have the list here again. And we are happy to continue with items 6 through 13. And obviously, if there are other rules that are not yet committed to paper that you're aware of, we would like to get that on film also.
That's true.
Do you hear anything?
No, I don't.
I don't either. And we know that the assignments for these two host lives are to hold open portals from higher dimensions, from higher vibrations, and we're really attempting to do that. And a recent assignment has been to increase the updraft, increase the airflow through the astrals, the updraft through the astrals.
That's true.
And we would like to be of service to increase the updraft through the astrals, upward airflow through the astrals. How can we be of service to increase the updraft through the astrals? Do you hear anything?
No.
Well, we're going to head in the direction of continuing with reviewing the Search for Truth rules, unless somebody up there has a better idea. That's what we're getting ready to do, because somebody asks why. Because what keeps portals open is either sending up information, here's what's going on, and it has to be information that somebody upstairs is interested in, so that they reach down for the information, or asking questions with real curiosity that someone upstairs is interested in answering.
That's true.
Those are two ways, either reporting or asking, but we have to ask with real curiosity and humility and proper attitude, and remembering that gratitude really counts, and that these divine presences aren't required to help us at all. And if we're offensive to work with, why would they help us? That doesn't even make sense.
No, that's true.
So proper attitude is crucial. For him is the message, and why do you ask?
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything. I'm getting a little bit of a squeezy head.
A little bit of a squeezy head.
Which means the portal is being constricted. So
That's
let's start heading in the direction of reporting the Search for Truth rules as we understand them to be currently, and asking obviously for correction and improvement.
Okay.
Okay, here's Search for Truth rule number 6, as it is currently committed to paper. Participate in the work already assigned to the Search for Truth community by wiser minds above all of us. That was how we started the intro, so that's interesting.
That's true.
We didn't know that.
No.
That was going to happen. No parasitism. This is
true.
right there. No parasitism. Try to be the best contributor, not the worst contributor, which goes along with the overarching instruction of intending to excel.
That's true.
The underlying assignment is to create worlds that work in all dimensions and for all categories of sentience, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. And then there is an awareness that we must reestablish upward flow for anyone to stand a chance of hearing wiser minds above, which
That's true.
kind of circles around to the assignment for today, which is to increase updraft through the astral dimensions. How can we be of service to increase updraft through the astral dimensions so as to reestablish upward flow so that anybody can stand a chance of hearing wiser minds above? Do you hear anything?
No, I really don't.
All right, well, we're just going to continue. Therefore, reestablishing upward flow for ourselves and for the worlds around us is a foundational assignment. So far, so good?
So far, so good.
Continuing on, we must shorten the karmic cycles for anyone to stand a chance of learning what to do and what not to do. I would say we know this to be true
That's
from
true.
personal experience and from direct observation of
That's
many
true.
people, of many different sentiences. Therefore, shortening the karmic cycles for ourselves and for the worlds around us is a foundational assignment.
That's true.
So far, so good?
So far, so good.
It's not squinching the portal shut.
No, that's true.
That's the end of number 6, which is to participate in the work already assigned to the Search for Truth community by wiser minds above all of us. And this is an instruction given to the entire Search for Truth community by wiser minds above all of us of long-standing, many years.
That's true.
No parasitism. We've all got to contribute.
That's true.
Now we're to item number 7, which is one that this host life likes a lot. Maintain an attitude of experimentation. When assignments come in from wiser minds above all of us that are in alignment with the foundational assignments, which we just covered in number 6,
Thank you. That's true.
rather than exclaiming, "That's impossible!
I can't do that.
That won't work!"
That won't work. That's right.
Rather than doing any of that,
Yeah.
just try with an intention to make it work.
That's true.
Keep that attitude of experimentation and see if you can, in fact, close that door that you don't think you can close.
Exactly.
How do you know you can't do it? What did you try?
What did you try? Exactly. Attitude of experimentation.
Attitude of experimentation. These bugs.
This is wild.
Friends, we don't know if you can see these bugs, and we don't know if this is a climate change phenomenon or not, but we've never seen love bugs this thick.
No,
and
that's true.
it looks like a horror movie. You can't see
It
what's
really
behind the
does.
camera, but we can, and there's a table that's just crawling with these love bugs. It looks like a
Yes.
horror film.
Yes.
And maybe it's climate change, maybe it's something else, we don't know, but we've never seen anything like this.
that.
We think that somebody's asking what the love bugs represent because everything represents something.
That's
Everything is a
true.
signal about some big important goal for our lives. And we think these love bugs represent the clouds of the dead, and that's what the
That's
astral
true.
dimensions consist of. And they're so thick, it's chokingly thick, these clouds of the dead. And the dead are really, in large part, confused. They, especially if they die quickly.
That's what they were talking about this morning.
They were talking about that. If it's a quick death, they remember, I was playing outside yesterday, then I felt really bad,
Yup.
but now I feel better and I think I'll go outside again. And what happened is they died.
They died.
And they don't notice it. And now they're really confused.
That's true.
For whom is the message? And why do you ask?
It's just really quiet.
It's really
upstairs.
quiet. How can we create updraft through the astrals? Rather than exclaiming that's impossible, that won't work. What is it that we can do other than just energetically pumping up like we've been doing for however many years
A long
it's been,
time.
really long time, maybe
That's true.
decades probably.
That's true.
Rather than only that, is there anything else we can do that's actually effective to create updraft, airflow through the clouds of the dead? And the clouds of the dead look kind of like that, just like
Yeah.
a solid mass that you can't get through. There's just an impenetrable mass.
Yes. just don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything. Okay, well, we're just going to continue on. So that's number 7, the maintaining an attitude of experimentation, and just try it with the intention to make it work.
That's true.
Number 8, no lying.
That's true.
No cheating. No stealing.
That's true.
No bullying. No hypocrisy. No standing silent while others lie, cheat, steal, bully, or act hypocritically.
That's true.
Stand up for the underdog. Stand up for the highest vibration voices. So far, so good?
So far, so good.
Number 9, attitudes are contagious.
That's true.
Take responsibility for our own attitudes. Choose a good attitude. Choose curiosity and a positive can-do attitude.
That's true.
Take responsibility for the attitude of the entire group. Curiosity and positive can-do. They're not listening.
No.
But the portal isn't closed.
That's true.
Do we continue on?
I don't know the answer.
How can we be of service to increase astral updraft? Would really like to be of service to increase astral updraft. That's what we're trying to do.
That's true.
What now? To open the portal to ever higher vibrations. So, friends upstairs, it seems like you're not really into us going over the Search for Truth rules.
I feel a distinct lack of interest.
Yeah, you're not interested in it. We've stopped after number 9, attitudes are contagious. Choose
That's
a good
true.
attitude. And you guys don't want to hear that. And you don't want to hear about participating in the work already assigned to the community.
I don't feel anyone arguing with
You don't want to
that
hear
statement.
about maintaining an attitude of experimentation. And you don't want to hear, definitely don't want to hear about no lying, cheating, stealing, bullying, or hypocrisy.
No.
What now to update the antiquated laws of karmic attribution so everyone stands on his or her own merits, regardless of size, gender, sexual orientation, or dimension of origin? What now? That might be how to get the portal to shut.
That could be.
Well, I don't think we want to get the portal to shut.
No.
All right, well, we'll correct asking a question that closes the portal.
Maybe I'm just not reaching high enough. Are we being straight up unpleasant?
Or being unpleasant? Well, we do know that they don't have to help us. They aren't required to help us.
That's true.
And we do know that they don't seem to want to address this issue of interdimensional preconceived ideas.
That's true.
And we understand that, and we understand that they make the rules. It's kind of like if horses were to say, we horses should have equal rights and you humans don't get to say
That's right.
for us what we do.
That's
the
right.
humans would likely say, you are wrong about that.
Yeah.
And it's similar, actually.
That's true. Very similar.
In this metaphor, humans are the horses.
That's right.
And the godly presences are the ones with the power and control making the decisions.
That's true.
But now, how do we become less unpleasant to work with? I know what they want us to say. They want us to say that they're great and that they're wonderful and that their ideas are working and everything is just peachy. But everything
that's
isn't
true.
just peachy, and
No.
that flies in the face of the scientific evidence.
That's true.
Humans are destroying the planet. It's happening super fast. And many people in our YouTube comments, we get quite a variety of comments, many of them not polite.
That's true.
And many of them say things along the lines of, I agree with your scientific assessment, but there is no such thing as God. And then a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
expletives follow.
Huh.
So it's not going well down here. I'm
That's
sorry.
true.
What can we do? How can we do? what it is you want us to do. What do you want us to do? Do you hear anything?
No, I'm sorry. I don't hear anything.
Friends, I'm sorry. Sometimes when we film these sessions where in the moment it feels like nothing's happening, when we review the footage later on, we see, oh wow, something was really happening that we just didn't see at the time.
That's true.
And we're kind of hoping that this is one of those moments.
Yeah.
Because
it's very quiet upstairs.
yeah, it's very quiet. And these are topics that should be important interdimensional conversations.
That's true.
Is there anybody up there who wants to have an interdimensional conversation? I don't think they want to. I think they want to be able to consider this dimension kind of like the soil, the
That's what this
substrate,
feels
something
like.
that has no rights. Kind of like we're earthworms, and
Yes.
the microplastics that are showing up in raindrops. They're
Here,
showing
on
up
Ground
here
Zero Planet Earth.
Ground Zero Planet Earth, what's happening is that people are not being responsible with their plastics. Plastic waste is showing up in the lakes, rivers, and oceans. There's a floating island the size of something like North America, a floating island of plastic in the center of the Pacific, really enormous. The plastic is leaching into the water, it's evaporating up into the clouds, so there's plastic in the clouds, then it's raining down. Microplastics have been found in high mountains and in the Arctic Circle.
That's true.
So it's everywhere. It's not just found only in the high mountains in the Arctic, it's found everywhere, including high mountains in Arctic.
That's true.
And earthworms fail to thrive in environments where there's a lot of microplastics in the soil, which means that we're killing the earthworms. And for those of you who don't understand what that means, earthworms are super important in soil regeneration, creating tillable soil, creating soil in which our food can grow. This is a problem.
That's true.
For him is the message. Why do you ask? And so these divine presences think of us like earthworms, but we know that we need earthworms, and maybe humans in general don't know that, but these two host lives are not confused.
Not confused about that.
Yeah, we know we need earthworms super a lot. And so these divine presences are thinking of us humans like earthworms. That's relevant somehow.
That's true.
For him is the message. And why do you ask? And they're talking about sustainable agriculture and how important it is for humans to learn how to raise food sustainably, and it's really important. And friends, we can all take up gardening as a hobby. Really consider it. Start to try to grow food. Start to learn how to grow food. And you can do it like a hobby.
That's true.
Edible gardens, food forests.
That's
These
right.
are, if you Google edible gardens and Google food forests, cool little videos will come up that hopefully will inspire you to start trying to raise some of your own food.
That's true.
But raising food has become a lost art, and then we feel out of control and we feel like we have no choice but to give in to the factory farms. And we do have a choice, but we need to learn how to raise our own food. So maybe consider start a garden. And in your garden, you're going to want earthworms.